sports. And up next, we'll see Trey McBride.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with...
ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Mahomes now on first down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Mahomes to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 58 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They go play action now. Wilson And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive #2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Sample in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action. It's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Steps away.
Delivers on the crosser to McBride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A gain there of 21 yards. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, ball's being completed, yardage is being gained.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Eric Azukama,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And Eric Azukama closed things out with a touchdown grab. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Wilson. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for you.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trent McDuffie
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he will have a Giants 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
They go play action with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
threat, McDuffie. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Timmy Arell said just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
21-3 is your score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Man open is Robinson. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Allen Robinson, 32 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. That makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Washington offense heading out. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Complete, it's Dotson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A give, Singletary right side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground.
But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Brock Wright there to make the grab. And the Giants are back within a score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with him.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Looks like a pretty good, safe play right there. I know he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
Touchdown! Trey McBride, 27 yards. And Washington able to strike for 6.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football. And, this is always such a tough one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge a successful one. Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And Washington able to strike for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Wilson on first down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Trip McDuffie with a pick.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
There's a reason it's on linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Ty Chandler,
His first touchdown on the year.
and Washington able to strike for 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Aaron Donald with a sack.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. On the handoff, Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now it's Wilson.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Kyle Hamilton able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 27, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, the stats that matter on this play, don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Wilson. He goes underneath to Freeman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second and 7. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Throwing again on second down.
Wilson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Second down and 5.
Now it's Wilson. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They go play action now. Wilson. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wilson. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now Wilson. Flushed out, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Russell Wilson. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right
right on the chalk of the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be fourth down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Mahomes to the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 85 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington able to strike for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Now Wilson on first down.
He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's got some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Man open is Robinson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Mahomes now on first down.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Dixon over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist?
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Taylor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Do your thing.
Yellow.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Commanders extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Adam Thielen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. An extra point by Gain is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed. But, CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory. Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mahomes' throw caught by Ezukama. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Eric Ezukama. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Wilson will throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, yeah, but John, as long as you're right in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not.
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to get...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Eric Azukama with career touchdown number 60. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The New York set to take the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
43! 43! Yellow! Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now out come the Giants.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 1.
Now Wilson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. A give up the middle to Singletary.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Gay is on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided as you...
It's caught inside the 25.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just